tired. So this is sort of a speech thing.
Can't hear you.
I wrote Jim. Oh my God.
That's got to be the best picture with your hands in front of your face. Yeah.
So I wrote a little blurb a few nights ago, but I had like half a bottle of wine in me, so I scratched a lot of it out and rewrote it this morning.
2 bottles of wine there.
No, not too loud, but I can like hear myself hugely. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound great. Beautiful.
Yeah, just below that. Just below that.
So I'm going to mostly read this because I didn't memorize my own speech, but I want to thank you guys for coming. This is like huge. It's great to see everybody and all the really, different family, friends, old work people, and music people, old high school buddies, and whatnot. This is great. So, 38 years ago, 1976, which was the year the CN Tower was completed. It was the year One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest came out. Howard Hughes died that year. My kids are probably going, what the hell is Howard Hughes? That was the year I started, right out of high school, barely out of high school. I was hired full-time about 2 months after I graduated, and all ready and gung-ho and yee-haw, I'm going to work. Then you get into the routine, up early every morning, carpooling with my dad. Didn't want to miss those drives, couldn't be late for that. Get to the office, get your electric calculator, the closest thing we had to a computer back then. Get that out, start your day. Remember back then, back in the day, if you had a chance to go out, didn't matter what time of day, what day of the week it was, if there was a chance to go out and have a party, a few drinks, it could be a Sunday, didn't matter. Didn't matter that you had to work the next day. Sunday nights could be brutal, you might get home at 3 a.m. But I did it. Over the years, I worked on some pretty big projects, like the PeopleSoft implementation back in 97, 98. Lots of people on the team, crazy hours, lots of traveling, testing, training, and by then I had 3 kids. After that system went in and all the training was done, my job changed to a support role. I loved being the go-to person for support. It was action-packed. People were glad I could help them. You never knew what the next phone call could bring. But after years and years of doing that, supporting the same people, with the same questions, providing the same answers over and over again.
Well, here's a corner called
By this time, the kids were getting older and busier. There's housework and yard work and homework and work, projects and goals and discipline, slogging it all day, day in and day out. But again, got it all done. Lots of successes. Happy users, regardless of what was thrown my way, late nights, hangovers, sick kids, or sick pets, things got done. One final work-related item I have to mention was my last project at Alliant. The project from hell. Not joking. Almost 4 years of utter and complete agony. I swore more in those 4 years than all other years added up. I invented swear words nobody had ever heard. I was going to resign more than once, had the email all typed up. I found out what that jaw disorder, TMJ, I found out what that was all about in this project. It almost did me in.
Take this job and it should.
March 2nd to the 4th of 2013 was the go-live date for that project. We worked for 28 hours straight with no sleep, conference calls from people all over in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, the US, India, gallons of coffee. And then we zoom up to August 23rd, 2014, the big announcement that Bell is going to buy out a land. After a decision that took me about 4.5 seconds to make, I knew it was time for me to go. That was it. Phone calls were made, emails were sent, meetings were held, and the stars aligned. It was time.